Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Blog. This is Allie, and today we're going to be sharing the top 25 cruise cabin hacks to improve your stateroom's functionality during your next cruise. Let's get into it. Prior to booking a cruise, it's important that you know that cruise ship cabins are smaller than traditional hotels. While they pack a lot of essentials into a small space, they may fall short of meeting your needs. So without further ado, here are the top 25 cruise cabin hacks that we think you should do to improve your stateroom's functionality for your next sailing. Up first is to book the right stateroom. No matter how many hacks we suggest, if you book the wrong cabin, you won't feel satisfied with your cruising experience. In addition to researching the cabin categories, like the difference between an interior or balcony stateroom, you should determine where you want your stateroom to be located. If you have a preference, you should avoid guarantee staterooms, which is where the cruise line will assign you a random cabin close to sailing, rather than you being able to actually select what deck and position you want. It might not be worth it to book an interior cabin if you're someone who values sunlight and you dream of waking up to that fresh ocean air. In that case, you should continue to save up for your vacation to make it as great and memorable as it can be. Tip number 2, if you're traveling with a large family, save yourself the frustration and book 2 cabins. Adding a third or fourth guest to a stateroom is usually cheaper than splitting your party up and getting 2 rooms. If you're considering this, it is crucial that you remember you're all coexisting in a small space for the entirety of that cruise. If you're debating 1 balcony or 2 interior rooms, think about how nice that extra bathroom will be. You will always be steps away from a view. Just head up to the top deck whenever you want some fresh air. Number 3 is to use magnetic hooks for your cabin organization. One cruise cabin fun fact that never ceases to amaze first-timers is that cabin walls are actually magnetic. Slap that souvenir fridge right on the wall of your stateroom and it will stick. One of our favorite cruise cabin hacks is to pack a variety of magnets to take to help clutter off the desk and couch by tacking papers neatly onto the wall. You can use clip magnets to hold papers like your shore excursion tickets and your daily cruise schedule. This will also help you quickly locate them and make sure that they are safe. You can pack strong hooks to help create hanging spots for those hats, jackets, and lanyards. We have even heard of people using magnetic hooks and a shower curtain to help create a makeshift room divider, which is useful for kids napping in one half of the stateroom. Number 4 is to find the hidden outlets or create a charging station. Older cruise ships often only have a couple of wall outlets by the desk area. The charging options are woefully lacking for today's cruiser who travels with a phone, laptop, camera, e-reader, smartwatch, and many of other devices that need charging. Expand your options by packing an outlet extender, but not one with a surge protector because that's a big cruise ship no-no. Look for those that have USB ports as well. Or you can bring a travel adapter to make use of the European wall outlet, which you will typically find in a cruise cabin. Make sure that your device can handle the additional voltage or bring a converter. On new and old ships, make sure you know where all the outlets are. For example, some of Royal Caribbean's ships have a USB outlet hidden on the bedside phone. Sometimes there's an extra outlet behind the cabin TV as well. Number 5 is to pack a long charging cable. If you are sailing on a newer ship, you will likely find a USB plug beside your bed. On older ships, though, outlets are usually only found near the vanity, meaning that if you want to charge your phone in bed, you will need a longer cord. Beware, though, you will want to be sure when navigating the cabin at night that you don't trip over the long cord when going to the bathroom. Number 6, keep the lights on with your library card. Newer ships have light switches that require your cruise card to be inserted in a slot before the power and lights will come on. While we applaud these ships' environmental focus, we acknowledge that it's also annoying to leave one card by the door. Hack the system by leaving a different card in the slot. Your library card, a business card, a credit card, or even an old hotel card will do the trick. With this cruise hack, you'll never go crazy hunting for your cruise card only to find it in the light switch, or have to trade cards when your cabin mate needs to leave for the spa appointment when you're happily reading on the balcony. It also means that you can leave your devices charging while you're out of the cabin and it will stay cool, but please remember to turn off your cabin lights when you leave. Number 7 is to bring your own bathtub. Most cruise ship cabins do not have bathtubs, yet many small children vastly prefer one over a shower, so what's a cruise parent to do? Well, you can pack a small inflatable kiddie pool that can blow up when you arrive on the ship. Voila, you have an instant bathtub. Number 8 is to pack your own lights to set the mood. While candles are a big no-no on cruise ships, if you want to create a more romantic vibe in your cabin, you can simply place a battery-operated tea light in your suitcase and arrange them throughout your cabin. Battery-operated lights can also serve as night lights for kids who don't like to sleep in the dark, or adults who need a little bit of light to see their way to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Number 9 is to create a virtual window. Cruisers booked in windowless interior cabins suffer from a lack of natural light. It is hard to wake up at the right time in a room that's always pitch black. There are a couple ways for you to solve this problem though. The first is to turn your in-cabin television to the bow channel, which broadcasts the view of the ship 24/7 and turn the sound off. Use the television screen as a window to determine whether it's morning or not. This tip is best for travelers who don't mind falling asleep with the TV on though. Another alternative cabin hack is to pack a sunrise alarm clock. These have a light that gradually come on in the half hour leading up to your preset wake-up time, simulating a sunrise. It will wake you up more gently than the loud ringing of your cell phone alarm or the wake-up call. Number 10 is to upgrade your bathroom with supplies from home. Unlike hotels, standard cruise bathrooms come with minimal amenities. You can, however, bring a few supplies from home to customize your bathroom to your preference. For example, if you're not a fan of the ship-provided bar soap and you're not alone, pack liquid hand soap to place in the bathroom for hand washing. You can also bring your own air freshener or bathroom spray to keep your in-suite smelling sweet too. Many cruise fans swear by bringing a clear plastic over-the-door shoe bag to store extra toiletries, but they are banned on some cruise lines because they scrape the door. If you are fighting your family for possession of the tiny glass storage shelves in your cabin, solve this problem with an expandable travel toiletry bag that you can hang from the hooks on the back of your door. If you're tired of knocking toiletries off the teeny tiny shelf in the shower, a suction cup shower caddy can add shampoo and soap storage for you if you can get them to stick. Some ladies even bring suction on footrests for leg shaving. Do you hate the clingy shower curtains still found on some older ships? Well, you can use magnetic shower curtain weights or binder clips to keep the fabric down and off your legs. Number 11 is to reconfigure the stateroom's furniture to your liking. Are you looking to open up your cabin a little bit more? Well, you can ask for the bed to be split into 2 single beds. Would you prefer to sleep beside your loved one and have less space to walk around? Well, then that's fine too. Once you figure out how you want your beds to be configured, you can ask your stateroom attendant to change it if necessary. Don't forget the nightstands can be moved around too. If you don't need something like a coffee table, you can ask your cabin attendant for it to be removed. There's no need to keep something around that will take up space if it's not necessary. Number 12 is to get creative with maximizing your storage space. Every cruise ship cabin comes with a closet and some shelving and drawers, but there's often more storage space than you might think. When you board the cruise ship, ask your cabin attendant to point out any hidden storage options. Is there a space inside the ottoman or a pull-down shelf in the closet? You might be surprised to find secret storage in your room. Number 13 is to trick out your closet with packable shelves and hampers. We've experienced closets that only had hanging space, causing us to unpack underwear into the desk drawers, or we only had a few large shelves, so our bathing suits, shorts, and t-shirts ended up in a big jumble. And where is your dirty laundry supposed to go in this case? Well, savvy travelers solve this problem with a few key cruise cabin hacks. You can bring a hanging closet organizer that lies flat in your suitcase, but expands to hang in your closet, creating extra shelving space. Packing cubes are great too. You essentially don't even need to unpack, so you can just take them out of your suitcase and place them right in the shelf or inside the drawer. Number 14 is to keep your clean clothes smelling fresh by bringing a pop-up hamper for your dirty stuff. When it comes to dirty laundry, you can bring a cheap pop-up hamper to keep your clothes off of the floor and away from your clean articles of clothes. A simple trash bag that you already have would suffice for this too. Whatever option you go with, it will make packing to go home much easier. Another tip is to get extra hangers. When you open your closet, don't freak out if there's not enough hangers. All you have to do is ask your cabin steward for more. They will be happy to bring you extra hangers. You'll not have to resort to shoving your nice outfits into a drawer and causing them to wrinkle. Plus, you can always hang more than one article of clothing on a single hanger. Space inside of your suitcase is valuable, so don't waste it by bringing your own hangers. Tip number 16, though, is to pack wrinkle spray instead of a steamer. Did you know that steamers are banned on the majority of cruise lines? Well, this is because they are deemed a fire hazard. Rather than winding up disappointed when you notice that your steamer you brought has been confiscated, pack wrinkle release spray instead. This, along with hanging clothes in the bathroom while you shower, is a better alternative. It will help refresh any items of clothing that you pack as well. Number 17 is to not overpack. It can be tempting to pack more than you actually think you'll need for your cruise. Since you don't have unlimited space in your cabin though, if you bring too much stuff, you might find that you don't have enough space to put everything, even if you try to maximize the storage in your cabin. Plan out your outfits in advance, like what you want to wear on formal night. Do you have an outfit for each of the cruise's themes? Take time and even try on your outfits before you pack them so that you know you will look and feel good in the outfits you choose to bring. Number 18 is to leave your full-size products at home. When it comes to toiletries, remember that space in the bathroom is even more limited. Most cruise ship showers will only have a single rack or two of everyone's toiletries. If you bring your large bottles of body wash, shampoo, conditioner, face wash, etc., there's a good chance that not everything will fit in the shower, or you'll be stuck bringing your bottles into the shower and out when it's your turn. For that reason, you should refrain from bringing full-size products and pick up some silicone travel bottles or travel-size products for your next cruise. Number 19 is to decorate your stateroom door. Many first-time cruisers don't know about the stateroom door decorations, but this is a fun way to add some personality to your cabin and help you locate it with minimal effort. There are so many different ways that you can decorate your door. Are you cruising for a special reason like a graduation, a birthday, or an anniversary? That makes it easy, but you do not have to be celebrating anything in particular to participate in the decorating tradition. Number 20 is to use the walls for messages. If everyone in your travel party is not purchasing Wi-Fi, you might struggle with how to communicate when you go your separate ways on board. You gotta ditch technology and go old school. Sticking post-it notes to the cabin mirror is a great way to leave messages about your whereabouts. Magnetic whiteboards will also do the trick. Just know that if you leave them on the outside of your door in the hallway, mischievous shipmates might add their own messages or alter the ones you left. This can be a fun way to interact with fellow passengers though. On a recent cruise, someone would write a new question each day and it was so fun to read everyone's responses. Tip number 21 is to tuck your suitcase under the bed. Once your luggage is delivered to your cabin, you should take some time to go ahead and unpack rather than waiting until later in that evening. This way, you will get settled into your home away from home as soon as possible. When everything's been taken out of your suitcase, you can push it underneath the bed. This will free up space on the floor and then in the closet rather than leaving them lying around. You should also bring stacking suitcases that can fit into one another if you can. Any leftover floor space left underneath the bed can be used for other things too, and every inch counts in a small stateroom. Tip number 22 is to download movies, TV shows, books, and music ahead of time. Televisions on board cruise ships do not have endless free content, and you might end up disappointed with the options you find. Before you board, make sure you download all of your favorite content so you can watch it during your downtime. Do you have an e-reader? Well, you should figure out what your poolside reads are going to be. This is a good alternative to packing books as they can take up a lot of space in your luggage. Of course, if you have Wi-Fi, it's not essential that you do this before your cruise begins, although depending on the internet speeds, it might take forever to download. By crossing this off your to-do list beforehand, it's one less thing that can cause you frustration on your well-deserved vacation. Number 23 is to place everything important in your cabin safe as soon as possible. No matter what stateroom you book, your cabin will have a safe. It won't be the largest thing in the world, but it will be enough to hold important things like your passport, your credit cards, and your cash. Rather than leaving this stuff laying around in your cabin, go ahead and place it inside the safe the second you get to your cabin. This will help you avoid any later panic if you can't find it later on. Tip number 24 is to leave all your towels at home. Just like a resort, towels are provided for use by your cruise line. It doesn't matter if you're sailing on Carnival, Royal Caribbean, or Holland America. This means that you can save room in your suitcase and stateroom by leaving all towels at home, both beach and bath. Do not take them with you though. Most cruise lines will charge your onboard account if the towels are not returned. Royal Caribbean, for instance, will bill you $25 per unreturned towel. Plus, they have been used by many people. If you want a towel as a souvenir, you're better off buying your own. And finally, tip number 25 is that you don't have to pack up the night before you disembark. Are you dreading living out of a small bag for just one night of your cruise? Well, don't worry. You only have to set your bags outside if you want assistance with your luggage. While this is a popular option, if you have a reasonable amount of baggage, you can finish packing everything the morning of your disembarkation and you can carry all of your luggage off the ship by yourself. Another advantage to doing this is that passengers carrying off their own suitcases are able to get off the ship first. Those with numbered bag tags will have to wait until their assigned departure time. All right, everybody, those are the top 25 cruise cabin hacks that we think you should consider for your next cruise. Be sure and like and subscribe to Cruise Vlogs so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. And until next time, happy cruising.